I kid you not, today has been a very busy day. I've had my landlord send in some people to update my home. I'm getting a new kitchen. So I've got to be careful on my work surface. I've got these protective mats and I've got my protective boards. The person that had this before me damaged all the top of the surfaces. So I've got to make sure my surfaces do not get damaged. It'd be great, wouldn't it? It's going to be a beautiful kitchen. It's going to take 3 weeks to fit. I've never heard of anybody taking 3 weeks to fit a kitchen. I think they're going to find the wood, they're going to make the wood, they're going to cover the wood, and then they're going to drive the wood, and then they're going to pretend to be the driver of the van, and then be the driver of the fitter, and then they're going to get the wood and bring it in fitted into, and it's going to take 3 weeks to fit it. And 3 weeks to do it. It's supposed to be one person, I think, is doing this on exchange. Maybe they're doing a contract of, you know, not full employment. I bet it's not full employment. So in this current market, we don't have a growth market at all. We try to have one, but the opposing marketing of other people's countries that are acting upon our politicians stop the growth from moving. They decided to get everybody not to have relationships, keep everybody apart, and play online with a thing called "it's going to cost you money." So all sorts of playing going on. I'm not into all that. No, no. So anyway, my kids have flown the nest. They're not really kids. They're about 30 years old, just over and just under. Just over by 3 years. Yeah, they're flown the nest. I'm a grandparent. I don't get to see my children because I can't afford to give them money, and we lost contact, and they can't afford to travel to me. They don't have enough money. They've got a really nice house next to an airfield, and it can be a bit noisy, I should imagine. I've never actually managed to get to see them because of what happened in Ukraine and fighting for my life with all these. Hang on a minute, my tablets have just arrived for my body. It's the same size tablet box that, you know, it's a ginormous bag full of tablets. I have to take a lot of tablets. But I'm fighting fit, I'm getting better. My tummy's really hurting a lot all the time. And I have to have some special medicine to keep my tummy working because it's been nuked to death by radiation poisoning by the Russian insurgents. Thankfully, but I'm confused about all that. Is Putin really managing to find the Nazi party that invaded? And why is he still trying to hurt Ukraine? I think he's confused. So anyway, he's getting on a bit, and it's a time that he gave up the mantle, isn't it? And he gave it to somebody else. I think politically, I better not talk about it too much because I don't want to make him feel bad about all the Russians that have died and all that. I give that respect. I do give that respect. It's not that anybody's been born to die for their country, is it? What the hell was that all about? But they ended up with Crimea, didn't they? 2012 they invaded Crimea. And it turned out to be that there was a load of Russians pulling Ukrainians out of houses, killing them. I first put that on Twitter in 2013 or 2012 or something, 2015 or something. I first advertised that this problem is happening because a woman, it's a humanitarian that I noticed, had been saying that the Russians were pulling the Ukrainians out. But was that implemented from the Russian government? So they were Russians. They were from the borders of Ukraine, pulling people out of their homes in Donbass. What a political mix that miscap, isn't it? So anyway, this is catch up on Wednesday. This is the Wednesday post. I'm doing it once a week on the world, putting the world to rights. I'm waiting for the world to spin. That's a name. That's a name of all the songs that I've written. It's going on an album. I did them. It's just like writing notes to myself, and I don't work for. I don't. Anyway, you know what I mean. Maybe I might actually be able to come off with benefits eventually when I bring my album out. I used to be a musician, part time. Never got paid any money for it. Lost a lot of music. I wrote Dear Darling. Ollie Murs never even realised that I'd written it. Bless his cotton socks. You can keep the stinking money. Who cares? Probably the Nazi party that paid you. But you're not having any more. I'm going to sing that song one day. I'm going to prove to everybody that that song was mine. It was stolen by an American who sold it to a Muslim who sold it to an English company that gave it to a TV program that gave it to and he wasn't really famous back then. He really wasn't famous. But my song made him famous. My song that I wrote, Dear Darling, it made Ollie Murs famous. And since that's happened, 4 more people have claimed that they wrote that song. It was me that wrote it. But I've never been paid for any money for it. I'm not singing it, I don't want to sing it. I was being seen by a woman in Ukraine when the song went out. A musician friend of mine who's now a school teacher in music. She might well have heard me sing the song, and she also might well be the absolute one that's in for the music union. She's a school teacher, she teaches music. She's a friend of mine. But my other friend that used to be her boyfriend, he left her and I can't tell you about them anyway. Not right to, is it? But we got some friends in the music business as well, I've got some friends in the music business. Some real old friends. Really big names. I mean, really big names. So anyway, I won't mention their names because I don't want to give them any trouble either. I've written some new songs. Putting the world to rights is not it. It's called Waiting for the World to Spin. My first album that I never really published, but it is on VK, that's been stolen by a Russian war. You can't get hold of anything. They've locked it all down. It doesn't make any money, I don't think. But that's called Conviction, that album. Excuse me. At the time I was just trying to get into business. And in the end, anyway, that's another story. I had to be careful because I was just so talented, but I was too ill to go to work. It's almost as if somebody was saving my records, so I get paid back later on, like saving Richard's records, because I was fighting cancer. It's amazing. But nobody's been in contact with me and told me here's £15 million that we owe. Yeah. Good job too, because it would get in my way of my benefits, wouldn't it? £15 million. Just £15 million. I mean, what's the daily revenue for the crime syndicate? I mean, it's like 156 billion, isn't it? I mean, 15 million. I mean, what sort of twat doesn't pay somebody their money? An idiot, as far as I'm concerned. Politics. When we talked about Russia, let's talk about Ukraine. Russia has no right to take Ukraine's land. And whatever that war was, that was criminals that was doing that. And you went in and you saw Russia killing Ukrainians. It's madness. Absolute madness. But war crimes have happened. It's terrible. It's possible that guy might end up going to jail for war crimes. The Russian guy. And then there's Putin as well. Yeah. He might go to jail for treason. I mean, who could be in government, running a country, and be the world's richest politician? That doesn't exist. That just doesn't exist. That's the whole country's state revenue. $198 billion. The world's richest politician. Donald Trump is in envy of the Russian dictator Federation. I think none of them have education. I think they just winged it through the world, and everybody else has been suffering all along. You wait until the Labour Party hears about all that, you know. Are you saying that we do this every day for you to tell us that we're okay and safe, but you've got £198 billion dollars of our money? What are we doing tomorrow? I'm having a fucking party. Can I have? I must need a new one, was what I would say if somebody stole nearly $200 billion. That's not rubles, that's dollars. Wow, a lot of money. I won't be posting this on VK, don't worry. It takes forever to upload anything on VK. It'll probably go on YouTube and Instagram. Every Wednesday update. In this clothing, in this style. Did I tell you I'm getting a new kitchen? They tried to take the bathtub. It's metal. I think they're up to something. I mean, they're going to get this. They're going to get this sink. It's stainless steel. You know, we've got a metal shortage in the world. So they're doing regeneration everywhere around the world. Politically, groups of labourers are trying to get more work. So that's £700, that sink. You know, in today's money. It probably only cost 67 quid when it first went in all those years ago. Maybe £40. But it's nearly 600 quid now for a sink. Stainless steel. I mean, that's 100% stainless steel. Not like this foreign crap from Asia. Not now. I'm thinking when I do my films and that, it's going to be really great. I'm going to get really, really rich. I mean, really rich. I'm rich, by the way. Some people call me Rick when they just want to remember me being a really good motorsport engineer working on buses and trucks and things. But my name's Richard. That's an entrepreneur. And Richard Allen Bastable is Real Bastable, who is the fashion designer, who's designing cars and things. If you notice, a lot of cars have been copied off of my pictures. I mean, Porsche's done some, Audi's done some. Lots of people have. But that's the way influence goes, you know. Do you know about copyrights? If you put things on copyright, this probably won't go on Instagram. It's probably going to be too long. They won't want to see all of this money going through their bank accounts. I mean, 15 million pounds. I mean, what fucking twat, you know, didn't pay Richard that money, is now got nothing at the end of their life. They squandered it all on coke and crap. What a bunch of twats, aren't they? Stupid fucking idiots, that's what I say. So this will be, the long video is on YouTube. The short video that's only part of it is going to be labelled up, go to YouTube to catch the money. Yeah, knock yourselves out, eh, you rotten bastards. You exploitationists, exploitationists. Every Wednesday, catch up time. Putting the world to rights. Waiting for the world to spin. I haven't got my fan. I haven't been doing talking from the fan for a long time. But look at all the other stuff. There's all sorts of conspiracy theories and all that. Have I told you I'm getting a new kitchen? For the third time. I'm in the market for a new fridge freezer. But I can't afford it yet. Oh, copyrights. To that young woman, I can't remember her name, that picture, you need to copyright that, you need to save it, because I've got an idea. You're going to get a big contract with a jean manufacturer, because they're going to hang a pair of jeans on your shower door. So they're going to get the picture, maybe put a filter over it, and then put the jeans hanging on the door, and it might have the brand written on it, and that'll go as a second part. You should copyright the picture, try and get it printed. I'll put it through card shops, news agents, get a good price for it, because it's a big... Hey, you know all this stuff I've been campaigning? I've been campaigning about keeping your clothes on, haven't I? Because some people in the media are making women, you know, do that funny thing, you know. Some of them are doing these funny alien signals like that. What the hell is that? And then all these funny hand signals. What are you doing? Go get a real job. So anyway, keeping your clothes on stops the criminals from making money and whoring women's lovely, beautiful art form. So keep your clothes on. Only fashion with clothes on. I'm going to be making clothes as well, you know. So it's brilliant, the idea of that picture going out as a poster. I would say probably it's around about $20 for that poster, and every young man is going to take that picture and put it on their bedroom and say, I don't masturbate. Because that's a good girl up there. That's a good woman. She's covering up decency. And from that, if I'm making jeans in the future, I'll sign you up. I'll put my jeans on the door with that picture. Boom. Or maybe Levi's will. But you print the picture first and get some money for it, so you've got control of it. Because exploitation, I'm trying to teach you all that to stop. I'm a crime fighter, a cartoonist. I'm going to sell lots of cartoons because it's great fun. I like drawing cartoons. Did I tell you I had some cartoons stolen when I was a youth? Never mind. I have told you that I'm having in the kitchen, haven't I? For the 4th time. See, I can count. There is a spin out to business. A spin. You have to have a product, a niche, and the product has to be unique. And that picture's unique. It is. You're never going to get that picture again. You've got to save it. You've got to copyright it, and then get it printed. $20 for a big picture. They'll go on their wall and the kids will buy it. You know, the teenagers. Oh, I can remember when I was a teenager. Kelly LeBrock. So what are you little wankers up to then? Oh dear. I didn't. I wasn't a wanker. I never wanked. What's the point of doing that when women are around? Don't do anything. Do not have sex with men. You end up pregnant. It's terrible. It's slavery. My little bastards cost me a fortune. But they're lovely kids, grown up and brilliant adults now. Industrial language, PG. See you later.